This is episode 2 of the Courageous Phenomena Music and Film Project. And we just launched Courageous Phenomena basically last night.
Yeah, we had our big party, our taping.
Which was amazing. It was amazing to me.
It was fantastic. It was a fantastic evening.
So what happened? Describe what happened.
Well, the Digital Media Center there hosted us to film a concert, an event, and we chose to do a concert. And it was our inaugural Courageous Phenomena recipient award show. And we honored Gilda Montenegro Fix and had a 25-person audience and a big crew from SOU, volunteers and students. And even though it was technically challenging to get through the evening, it actually ended on time, and the feedback we got was just super positive, and 3 people used the word inspiring, and I consider that a win.
It was definitely a win.
It's a good birthday.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, as you pointed out, I've been working on this, and you've joined me in working on it for the last 9 months.
Right.
So literally, we've had a lot of gestation time. I've been working with my friend Laurent, who I'll probably do some interviews with as we move along the process. And he's someone who's had a lot of experience with working with nonprofits and foundations. And he sort of mentored me with the process of creating a general support proposal, which is the kind of the thing you need as a blueprint for an organization like this. And so I've created a budget and a description of the whole idea behind Courageous Phenomena. And then
you've been spending these months actually developing that concept for the whole organization, and then the positions and the employees we would need and the help we would need, and the cost of hiring musicians and film people and sound people, and then you've made a budget, and you've gotten all of this really good tutoring from people who know how to do this.
Right.
And then you worked up your general support proposal and went back and forth with tons of editing and revising so that it was really right on.
Mm-hmm.
And then you created this concert to honor Hilda for our first recipient award. And you've just done an amazing job. You really have. I mean, the way you've stuck to it, and it's all self-motivated. Everything you do is self-motivated. And I was just really impressed with how you've stuck with it. And it's like a lot of tedious stuff that's not what you really want to do, but it's kind of the backbone for what we need for the organization. And so, yay, Daniel. Good job.
I really appreciate that.
You carried the baby. Way to go. Woo! I was just there for the birth, and I'm like, woo!
Oh, and as you also pointed out, sometimes birthing is kind of a beautiful and at the same time ugly process. It's awesome.
There's
and
real life going on there.
It was chaotic, there were awkward parts, and not everybody knew exactly what to do at all times. I really want to thank Wanda Borland, who is helping produce this.
She was so great. Yeah.
Just really came through in the clutch, and
And we had such a sweet audience. We had such a wonderful group of people there. And even the technicians, everyone, it was just a really, I mean, like I said, it's a synergistic collaboration of gifts. And everybody was there authentically with their gift. And people were so patient and just going with it. It was a beautiful evening.
I've had input from really good people on developing this. One person is Gary Lundgren, who's a great movie director, directed Redwood Highway and a number of other great projects in the Valley. And
I got to meet him last night, and his wife and his daughter.
Right, they were all there. Anne Lundgren is a marvelous production manager for movie making, not just in the Valley, but in Southern Oregon. And so having them there was wonderful. My friend Aaron Moffat has been a incredible support. He's a filmmaker himself, and he's mentored me a lot on video editing, and in some way or other, I expect he'll be involved in this whole project. He was there with another one of our good friends, Carlos Velasquez, and his wife, Jessica, who Carlos and Aaron are working on this amazing project that will support Courageous Phenomena, which is it's a virtual reality production of, they've scanned me in the park, and actually me sort of as an avatar in the park, and so that's going to turn into something, we don't know exactly what, but it'll probably be on the website.
And their website is Air VR Studios.
airvr.studio. That's exactly what it is.
And you can go there now and see some of the amazing things that they're doing. And soon there will be an experience that reflects your scene in the park.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's so exciting. It's like so cutting edge. It's so cool that we're doing something so cutting edge.
Well, one of the things that I love about it, which we've talked about, is this idea of creating a space for some sort of encouraging presence for courage. And this is something that I've talked about with Carlos, and Carlos is also very involved in terms of creating the virtual reality space. But more what Courageous Phenomena is involved in is creating an actual, you could say, community space for this synergy of gifts that you've been talking about. And I love the way that you came up with that that idea that, you know, I have a gift, which is making music, and other people, everyone has their own gifts. And when we recognize the courage of people, and especially if the courage of people can be recognized in music and film, then you're really helping people to build their capacity to act in a courageous way.
I think that love is, in a way, a philosophy of living a life being loving. And I really got into the sort of idea of Jesus and that sort of loving everyone. And I think that's a great idea and philosophy. I think if the best we can do is love everybody the best we can, I think that's a pretty good outcome in our lives. But what I've noticed over the last couple of years is that love can't get anywhere without courage. Things have really gone astray in our world. Like, look around, it's really gone astray. And part of it I can clearly see in our town is that people talk about love and they think they're nice people, but they I don't see the fire that would suggest people have conviction. There's no courage to their convictions. And if you can't, well, it just takes courage to be the change you want to see in the world. Right. Because you're going against the stream. The stream right now is hateful, it's violent, it's fearful. And we need to do something else. And let's do something courageous. Let's stand up. Let's resist the system in our daily lives.
Right. One of the beautiful threads that I picked up from Hilde last night, Hilde Montenegro Fix was our first award recipient, and
she was so perfect too. I mean, I'm just saying, we had such a perfect award recipient. It felt so great.
She really was the right person to be with us at this launch, and she has this amazing skill. She has an amazing story. Her life story is quite heroic in its own right, and that was part of what I was looking for when I was trying to figure out who we could honor through this show. And you made the nomination, and we talked about that. And but one of the things that she was, so just to introduce her a little bit, she's a facilitator and teacher in the area of cultural agility.
Right.
She's really addressing this need in our culture to be able to make bridges between people, to be able to have conversations, to be able to recognize each other's differences, but also at the same time to discover the ways that maybe we're not different and that we have common ground. And
well, can I just say something about that?
Sure.
Like, it is amazing to me how we sort of as a people have become unable to talk to each other,
right.
Unable to talk to someone who has even a difference of opinion.
Right.
And so when you talk about Hilde doing cultural agility work, she's trying to bring people together that have differences.
Right.
And that may sound like, no big deal, but it's huge.
Right.
Because like differences and separation are what is encouraged in our fearful world.
Right.
And coming together, changing that mindset and coming together and actually making an effort. It was so exciting to hear that Grants Pass School District had hired her.
Right.
How fantastic.
Yeah.
For everybody to learn some new skills about, like, I want to be able to communicate with you.
Mm-hmm.
That just makes a better world if we can communicate with one another. And so cultural agility to me is just like sort of the superhero thing to be doing right now.
Right. Yeah. Well, and especially because I think the thing that you're describing is, there's courageous actions that can be taken, but one place that courage can exist is in speech. And this is
yes,
kind of like a frontier for being able to embody courage in the world, is to be able to both respect other people's thoughts and opinions, and have enough courage in our own right to be able to create a dialogue and hang in there in the dialogue, which is obviously not something that is a prevalent skill or even intention, I think, in kind of the big conversation that's going on around the country and the world right now. But I just wanted to loop back around to the theme that we were talking about before, which was something that Hilda had said is how much her work, and I think our work too, comes back to the individual. You know, it comes back to what can I do in particular to make this world around us, around, you know, my life in particular, a better place. And that's, for me, it's kind of a great relief in a way, because we look at what's happening on the horizon of the big world around us and the news flashes that come through every day, and you know, it's quite overwhelming, and
Right.
it's a kind of a landscape that could put us into, you know, a great deal of depression. And to be able to make art and make beauty and you know, uh, create, you could say, habitats for inspiration and the possibility of role models for courage is something that I think we're both experiencing a lot of enthusiasm for right now.
Well, last night was, you know, a small group so far. I mean, it was only 25 people in the audience. But, you know, I feel like I feel like Courageous Phenomena can be a small group of concerned citizens.
Right.
You know?
Well, it could be a large group of concerns.
And it can grow all the time.
Sure,
This
yeah.
is the exciting part of Phenomena is that I believe that when we focus on courage, we inspire and celebrate courage, we can grow it and grow our community that's interested in this idea of the vehicle of love being courage. And yeah, you know, we re-envision the world we want to live in, and we act into that new world by what we're doing, and doing that is challenging, and we need to be brave, we need to be courageous.
Exactly.
So it's a really fun project to study and get involved with, just a big conversation about courage.
Absolutely.
And reach out and talk to as many people as we can.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What this is the commercial pitch right now. I have this new CD, Love's Hidden Demands. I just got 100 copies in the mail.
And isn't it great, the title of it?
Love's
Hidden Demands.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Requires courage.
We want to suggest that anyone watching this video who wants to support the seed money for this project, either go to Bandcamp, danielaustonsperry.com/Bandcamp. I don't know whether that's the exact address, but I'll post it. But if you contribute $20,
look right at yeah, there you go.
If you contribute $20, then we'll send you the CD and all of instructions for how to do that. That money
you can contribute any amount of money, and over $20, because we're looking to pay for the financial fees, the legal fees for Courageous Phenomena to make it a 501c3 officially. Right. And so larger amounts of money would be fantastic but you will get a CD, the new CD, Love's Hidden Demands.
Right. So is there anything else you want to say?
Do you have it right there? Can you pick it up? Can you show it?
I do. Wait a minute. Do I? It's this.
There you go. See, Daniel did this cover art. He did this cover art using, is it like Photoshop or something?
It's a photograph in Photoshop, and Aaron helped me.
Isn't it fantastic? I just love it. It's beautiful. And it's all instrumental, right?
It's all instrumental, actually, except for one track is spoken word and music for my friend
the
Chris.
Final track.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Right.
Nice. And that would make a fantastic Christmas gift.
Good Christmas
And
gift.
you know what? For all of your people should have love's hidden demands. Oh yeah.
So thank you so much, Elle. I really appreciate your support and participation. You've been a shining light for magnifying this great thing that is developing kind of beyond us, beyond our reach, but we're trying to lift it up and support it as much as possible.
Well, I love it. I think it's such a worthy thing to be involved in doing. You know, I can't really motivate to get behind anything unless I'm 100% convinced that it's a good thing. And I'm 100% convinced this is a good thing. And last night's party pretty much confirms it. I mean, it was really just a beautiful birthday party for our little organization.
It was wonderful.
And one step at a time. You know, we don't have our website up quite yet, but we're working on it, and it'll be up in a couple of weeks, within the next couple of weeks. And you know, one step at a time. And right now we need those legal fees.
Yes.
And you know, happy holidays.
Happy holidays to everybody.